Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Ebony. I am the owner of Ebony's Mobile Notary, the founder of 757 Notary Sisters, amongst a variety of other things. As you see by the title, we are wrapping up 2022. Some of you guys may know my story, some of you guys may not. If you don't know my story, I became a mobile notary in 2021, February the 5th, to be exact, on my 40th birthday. Look at that. Wait, I think, yeah, I think that was, 2021. Yeah, something like that. 39th birthday, maybe. I don't know. That's nor here nor there. 2 years, right? I started off this as a full-time career change. I'm a nurse by trade. I've been a nurse been in the nursing industry for over 20 years. I became a nursing assistant when I was 16 years old. So you can do the math, right? Needless to say, entrepreneurship is a beast, but it's a beast that I love wrangling with. I have learned so many things. I have grown and stretched in so many ways. And I want to put information out there for all of us to do it because we all can. Like, that's the one thing that I definitely figured out is like, we can all do this entrepreneurship thing, right? There are several ways to make money. There are several ways to do anything that you desire, right? So I've grown and expanded, and to date, now I have actually 5 businesses. So where we started off from one side hustle has now turned into 5 different businesses. And we're here to talk about really the mobile notary business because that's what a lot of you guys come in for, right? I do got a little piece of paper because I had to write down my notes. Sorry, I'm not rambling. But anyway, today is the last day of 2022, and I'm very humble, proud, well-versed in new things, and I'm excited for 2023. So happy New Year to everyone. And let's hop right into it. Of course, we ending this with another year of a not edited video, no green screen, nothing fancy. You guys, you know that is not my thing. I like to come to you authentically as possible. That's been one of the things that I've always said. I have to stay true to myself. I want you guys to know that I live a regular schmegular life. You can see I'm over here doing laundry doors open. We got onions on top of the microwave. I still got my Christmas tree up. I'm regular, like I don't know about other people, and maybe other people live different lives, but I am a regular schmegular person with real life bills, real life things going on. I am, my daughter is grown now. She is 20. I'm a single mom. I raised her on my own, and life has lifed me, right? And a lot of times we look at people and we look at these videos and we like, well, they got this, they got that. No, life be life in us too, right? So I always want to keep it authentic. I'm getting the bag. Are we comfortable? Yeah, very much so. But it took a lot of hard work. So if you've been following me, you know that when I started, I got commissioned in February. I got my first signing in April of 2021, and I ultimately made $68,000 in 2021 in a span of 6 months, right? Yay. That was amazing. Amazing, right? That money came so quickly. I blew it. Yeah, 100%. I blew it. So fast forward to 2022. 2022, we added 757 Notary Sisters as an actual business. It started off as just a Facebook group. So we added it as a business. I started offering mentorship. I started collaborating with a lot of great people. And that was going so well, like, yay, we're doing this, right? All alongside running Ebony's Mobile Notary. Well, signings slowed down tremendously, right? Like, I was getting 8 to 10 signings a week. So many signings, I couldn't handle them all. Like, I ain't never had to worry to, baby, oh, if I don't get at least 5 signings this week, we gotta do things different. So for 2022, I made $64,000 for the year in my mobile notary business. And if you look at that, that's about $17 an hour. That doesn't work for me. Not with the expenses, not with all of them. So even at the 64,000, between all the expenses, I probably saw 40. My rent alone is $1,300. So we're just talking about rent times 12. So take out another 15 grand. I pay for my daughter's education so that she don't have to take out student loans. That's about another 10 grand. Hey. So all of these things have to be put into perspective, right? So reality of it, my mobile notary business did fairly well, but it didn't do enough. So what did your girl have to do? She had to go back to work. She had to go back to work. Math was not mathing, and she ultimately had to pivot. I thank God every day that I am a nurse. So for me to go back to work, it's nothing but a click of an app. It's nothing but a phone call away. It's not hard. You know, I don't have to apply for a bunch of jobs and go on a bunch of interviews because of my nursing. And I get it. Everybody doesn't have that. So I'm very humble, very awake about the, not privilege, but the fact that I have those kind of opportunities. And I really look back at 2022 and I really set some realistic goals. And I started putting dates on those goals. So when I did make that decision to go back to work, I chose to take a job that was Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. That was going to be kind of relaxed. I could bring my computer. I could still kind of see. So therefore, I was able to take I started that job September. Yes, I did September, October, November, and December. My last day was yesterday. But I was able to really sit down, look at the numbers, and really see what I had to do, right? So when I really looked at it and I looked at the housing market, I said, you know what? I say Ebony's Mobile Notary is doing great. You have good directs, you have good connections, you know how to do these loan signings, you're very well versed in general notary work, and you're starting to learn remote online notarizations. You're doing really, really well in that area. But is it bringing you the full-time residual number that you need? And the answer was no. So was I going to close that business? Absolutely not, because I love being a notary. I love being a resource to people, right? I love everything about it. But I need to have a realistic number. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to make 100,000 in my mobile notary business. Not that it's impossible, but I've added different things and I was able to rework, pivot, and grow in different ways. So now Ebony's Mobile Notary is a part-time business. Then we also have 757 Notary Sisters. Something that I learned at the end as I was returning back to work is that I started having these business brain dumps. I'm like, look, let me just tell the people, you know, instead of people getting a carrot dangled in front of them, let me just give you a one-stop shop, give you all the information that I know, give you all the resources that I know, and then you go and unpack it on your own. It's like basically I'm giving you a suitcase of information and you go and unpack it. I'm telling you what works, what didn't work, all the resources that I utilize. If I'm using Notary Gadget, I took the Necessaries, Notary to Notary. I took Bryce Hall's Notary in Motion. Like, I'm not gatekeeping any of that information. Like, if you want to know about marketing, I made it on Canva. This is the account that I have. Here are some of, you know, my templates. And that's worked out really, really well. I don't charge much for it. A lot of people are like, oh, you're not charging enough. I mean, I am increasing the price for it because people want it. And I don't mind doing it, but I have to be compensated for my time. So I was charging $17.57 for it. And if you are a business owner, we already know any business has expenses. For me to have Zoom, that's $99 a month. For me to do the email marketing, that's a certain amount a month. For me, by the time you pay it through Square and I get to it. So I basically was making maybe $11 off of the course and maybe about 40 to 50 people, and which is reasonable, right? So we're going to keep going with it. I am going to return to it because as I learn, it gets longer and longer. Towards the end of the year, I started learning about grants and business credit. So I have to add that all to the business brain dump. So now this is all new information. So yeah, we're going to kind of continue on in there. And you guys will be able to find all of that information in the 757 Notary Sisters Facebook group and on all the other social medias because I'm around, right? So now we're at 2 businesses. So we have we have Ebony's Mobile Notary, which is I'm the owner operator. I run that. And I do, any overflow work, I do put it in the group. Need a notary. This is what, whatever. And so we can all kind of work together. Like, and most times I've needed notaries in so many other states. Like I've sent notary work to Ohio, North Carolina, of course in Virginia, because obviously that's where I am, Georgia, California. Like I've given opportunities to so many people because I make sure that my SEO is right and come to a business brain dump and we can talk all SEO and how I rank real high on Google. It's not hard. Especially now with, baby, if y'all don't know about ChatGPT and AI and Canva Magic Writer, it's not hard. But needless to say, come to a business brain dump and we'll talk all of that. And I'm just pouring out into the community so that everybody can win. I went out and I made new connections. They say where millionaires gather, at least this is what Ashley says, when invited, show up. So that's what I started doing. And even if that's showing up in your inbox, even if that's showing up at your event, I'm doing those things, right? And I'm doing them so that I can learn, so I can educate myself, so that I can be better in business. So I was able to network with different people, including attorneys and business planners, and pick their brains and do these one-on-one calls. I am not afraid to book a one-on-one call with anybody, long as the price is right. My one-on-one calls, they were $30. Today is the last day to book one at that price. I am inflation, everything going up, I'm going up. So I don't mind booking calls. Hell, I've booked calls at $150. Like, okay, this call gonna cost me $150. Cool, got it. But the information that I've got has been great. And I'm not saying for you guys to go out here and book calls with a whole bunch of people and spend all your money or whatever like that, but figure out who you want to talk to. Like really, really figure that out. And you'll know if that person relates to you, you'll know all of that. So we're still in 757. I didn't host too many events this year, not the way I did for 2021. 2021, I was hosting them every other month. I really kind of slowed down. I did a few, but I've also had a lot of speaking engagements for 2022. And I thank you to everybody who has invited me to their platform to share information and just to connect with other people, because that's what this is really about. So 757 Notary Sisters, be out here. In January for 2023, so far I have 2 speaking engagements that I'm not hosting, but I am invited as a speaker. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. I never even thought that I was a speaker. I never thought that until someone told it to me. And then I'm also going to be hosting. My goal is I want to host events. I want to come to you guys. I always be like, all you got to do is invite me. So the invite I got was to Houston. So I'm coming. And again, be on the lookout for the dates and the location and whatnot. So I already got my airfare, so I'll be there. It'll be in March. It'll be the end of March. It's the last weekend in March. But as far as location, I'm not ready to talk about that yet. Again, I will be marketing and promoting it, and we're going to get together. It's going to be a really good time because I found out that I can put together a really good event. Like, and these are all things that I learned along the way from starting with Ebony's Mobile Notary. So once I realized, like, yo, you're pretty dope at putting these events together. Let's add some stuff. So that's how Boss Events became one. I was like, I want to be a wedding officiant. I want to rent out photo booths. I want to put your events together, you know, maybe not an event planner, but a coordinator, kind of like. And I just put it out there. Somebody gave me an opportunity. I did that lady's wedding. I was her wedding coordinator. I was her wedding officiant as well. And I also assisted with decorating. I was like, yo, this is a whole thing. I mean, I underpriced myself for sure, underpriced myself. But once I learned and I was like, I can really do this, I did it. So then with the wedding aspect, I was hitting a brick wall. Virginia was not trying to let me become a wedding officiant, but I didn't stop. I didn't give up. I was like, you know what? This is going to happen. This is going to happen. And finally, it happened to where I'm now a wedding officiant for the state of Virginia, the legal way, because we can't go through American Ministries or ULC, like they don't let us. But I wonder if they really check. But needless to say, that's not here nor there. I'm not even going to go down that route, but I guess so. But yeah, I think so. I guess so. So now we have Boss Events where I rent out photo booths. I do weddings, y'all. I officially became legal July 14th to do weddings of 2022. Today I have 3, and that will put me at 30 weddings. The biggest wedding that I did was Ashley's. Hers was 208. Yesterday I did a wedding with maybe it was bride and groom, and then they had like 4 friends and a couple of kids running around and a dog. It was beautiful in that moment. Like you could really see that love. And I love to love. I ain't saying I want to get married. I just watched The Best Man Final Chapters, y'all. I want to unpack all of that. Marriage is hard, yo. Powerful. Y'all got it. Marriage takes work. But I love to see love, right? And I'm glad that I can be a part of your special day. So of course, that just put a fuel in my fire. That was just like, you know what? You really need to pursue this. Who is your next potential client? Where are you going to find clients? How big do you want to grow this? And the connections are happening. I'm putting myself in the rooms. I'm marketing my business by utilizing the same tactics that I use for Ebony's Mobile Notary. So Ebony's Mobile Notary has been the engine to run all of these other businesses. And I always go back like, okay, well, if I was doing this for my mobile notary business, what would I do? How do I implement those resources and tools to my photo booth and my wedding officiant business? I said, well, let me just try it. I tried it. It worked. It worked every single time. Now, does it take hard work on the back end? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Not even going to front on that. Making this content, editing this content, I don't know how y'all do it. I can't even imagine. Making sure that you're following up with your new clients, making sure that everything is organized, and making sure that we're just doing everything correct from A to Z. In 2022, one of the biggest lessons that I was taught was people be people. Earlier in the year, maybe springtime, I went through chargebacks. I had never gone through that before. Like people were disputing, like they couldn't come to the event, so they knew it was no refunds, so they decided to dispute the charges. I had never gone through anything like that. And that's when I had to book that call with the attorney, like, yo, how do I prevent this? And what happens here? And, and that's when she got to talking like, well, do you have an operating agreement within yourself? When they said that the people were disputing, did you have your terms and conditions and bloody? What? What is this? What is this? I was just trying to host a class for $17. What is this? But needless to say, I needed to learn. I needed to learn that. And this is all the back end stuff that you're going to learn as an entrepreneur. And once I got it, shared it. Because I don't want nobody to go through that, right? Not going to be a gatekeeper. Nope. Everybody, make sure if you're selling the product, get you some terms and conditions. Everybody, get your operating agreement between you and your business. All of that information that I'm learning, I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. So as I'm learning and growing in my business, and again, now money is coming. It's enough to pay the bills. I'm okay. I'm back at work, and now things are back to normal. I'm not making this exuberant amount of money, nothing life-changing. And for me, like I say, you guys look at six figures, let's just take $100,000. We got to take taxes out of that. So let's just cut that 100,000 into 75,000. So now that we have $75,000, remember, I'm running now. We only had 3 businesses. They all had expenses. So let's just take another, just ballpark it, 10,000 out. Now we have 65,000. Don't forget about that rent that we just talked about. So let's just take another 15,000 from that. Now we have 50,000 minus the 10,000 for my daughter's education, minus we still got to have lights, cell phone, all of these things. So $100,000 coming in as revenue. Great. You did that. Get it, baller. But look at what your expenses are. Look at what you're doing. Then you want to go out to eat, you traveling, all of these things come into play. I found myself, I felt basically broke again. Like, wait a minute, I'm back to looking at my bank account, making sure that I got $12 to go get something to eat. I'm back to looking, it wasn't like, oh, it doesn't matter, I can just swipe, to really, really looking. But then that's when I booked the call with a financial advisor. And was like, hey, I need to talk about my finances because I'm bringing in a lot of money. When I'm looking at my spreadsheets, all this money is coming in, but all this money ain't playing out the way it's supposed to be playing out. So that's when we talked about my finances, and I had some reckless spending habits. So I started with changing the way I spent money, changing the way I looked at money. I don't need to run to 7-Eleven every single day. I don't have to DoorDash a Pepsi because I'm thirsty. I don't have to spend the way I was spending. Like going and eating meals, my daughter like crab legs, all right, $100 for dinner, one meal. Like I had to really look at, you spending wrong. So I started spending differently, started making some changes, started making some cutbacks, started just looking at my money differently. So in November, I started a money challenge, found it on TikTok, y'all. And it was $100 in 30 days, which doesn't sound like much. Oh yeah, I got $100 all day, every day. Did that one. Yesterday, finished up the December one, which we did for $300. That one was a little tasking because I'm also running a 5K in 100 days challenge. Because I'm just, I want to just push myself to the limit far as finding money and not spending money. I mean, because I'm good for having money laying around. I'm still working on these habits too, because I just walked past like 2 tens. I just saw on the floor, like, why is that not in your wallet? Like, why? But needless to say, that's nor here nor there. So then it made me reflect and say, you need to look at your credit. You need to really sit down and look at your credit. You got these 3 businesses so far. And what is your credit score? When I really sat down and looked at my credit score, I was like, you know what? You done brought all this money in, ate all these crab legs, and ain't paid off nothing on this credit. Like, you just forgot about it. Like, girl, you still owe that debt. You still owe that debt. So I started speaking to the credit repair people, and I'm still, I get what they're saying. I get everything that they're saying. You can dispute this, you can do this, this shouldn't be here. But, and maybe for other people in their situations, maybe those things should not be there. And maybe those are things that you can dispute. But I can say 100%, I owe T-Mobile. I got phones from them. I ran up the bill when I went to the Bahamas, and I ain't paid. Oh, there's nothing to dispute there. I owe it. I don't care who he sold it to. I owe it. The facts is the facts, right? I'm just going to pay it. Now, what I am taking from the credit repair people is that when I do call to go and pay it, I am asking for, can we pay to settle and delete it off of my credit score, off of my credit report. I am asking for that. But in the meantime, I have been able to settle. I didn't have many things on my credit because, like I said, life is life me before. Back before when I went into nursing school, of course, this was in 2012 is when I went into nursing school. I filed for bankruptcy right before. So I haven't, it's not that I've established too much new debt. Like I have the T-Mobile bill. I think I have something else that I got, like my Capital One card, which now is paid off. And it was like maybe 3 or 4 other things. But I also didn't have anything that was growing my credit. Like I don't carry all around a bunch of credit cards. And I know that they say credit is king now and, don't use your debit card. But I was paying for everything with my debit card. So now I'm learning the importance of having good credit and how to maintain that good credit and the things that I should be doing with my credit, personal side and business side. And again, it all stems from opening up that one mobile notary business. So step out, y'all, because you never know what is in it for you. You never know where you're going to get to. And being a mobile notary, it changed my life. It changed me as a person. It changed me as a parent. It changed me as a business owner. Every single aspect of my life started from me paying the Secretary of State $45. So as I'm learning and growing, I'm still fixing my credit. I'm still working on I'm saving. I'm definitely saving. Lord knows I was so proud of myself because I still got my November envelope with the $100 sealed up. I got my $300 that I was able to seal up yesterday, and I ain't picked up my envelope for today because I got to go and put money in my here, we can do it right now. Let's do it together. So today envelope $64 is what I got to put in here. And if you guys want to know about the envelope, the 5K in 100 days, you go and grab 100 envelopes. You number them $1, $2, $3 to 100 and just pick up one every day. And whatever it says on there, put that amount of money in there. So today, it's still early. It's only 8:45 here in the morning. I'll stop at the bank. Like I said, I know I got a 5 down there. I know I saw a 10 and a 5 somewhere. I'll go and grab $60, add it in there, put it in the envelope, seal it up. And on March the 1st, I'm going to the bank with this container, and it says 5K in 100 days. And I'm just going to open up every single envelope and make a deposit. And with that deposit that I'm making, I am going to get me some secure credit cards. And I am going to see how I do with, hopefully I can get, because it should be $5,000 in there. So for my personal side, I'm hoping that I can get 2. at $500 each. And then in my business side, I'm hoping that I can get 2 at $1,000 each. And again, they're going to be secured credit cards. And I'm just going to start growing and moving in that perspective. I won't be finished with my challenge for the $5,000 until March 1st. Again, today is December 31st. So I started it December 1. So we'll see. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to record it and the whole 9 yards. So it's not even going to be a problem. You won't miss out on it. Let's see. So then from there, I decided that I was going to only work the 9 to 5 for 90 days. And from there, I had to do something different because it was taking up a lot of my time, and I'm missing a lot of mobile notary appointments that I could be taking. And not to say that it was going to flash over to anything else, but now it's time for me to really go back into the bedside of nursing. On TikTok, ran across these nursing apps. And I'm like, wait, it's a nursing app? How y'all doing this? Went on Facebook. Gotta love some social media. Hey, my nurse friends, y'all on the nursing apps? And baby, the comments rained down like, Ebony, where you been? Like, I was definitely had to get my coat and run. Like, wait, I didn't know this was doing. And now I am on the nursing apps. Right now, the main one, I did try to sign up for a bunch of them. And I guess, it just all depends on what your comfort level is. I use ShiftMed a lot, and I've been to the facilities now, and I don't have no smoke with this facility. So I picked up every Monday, Tuesday for all of January. And I told them, like, that's what I can do. That's the best that I can do because I'm not trying to work. I'm not trying to be worky. But I can do every Monday, Tuesday. I do these 12-hour shifts. It pays $40 an hour, and you get paid the next day. Perfect. That'll take care of my household bills. Right there. And you can do the math. 40 times 12, 24 hours, minus 25% for taxes. Boom. It brings me, what is it? I think when I looked last time, it was after taxes, it might have been like $862 that was deposited in my account, something like that. But that is enough for me to cover my household bills. I can pay my car payment, my car insurance, my rent. I can do that every single week. I mean, if you take $800, 8 times 4 is 32, $3,200 a month can definitely keep a roof over my head. So that is where I'm going. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, well, say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I can take signings, I can take general notary work. On Friday and Saturdays is when I'm booking my photo booths, or I have a wedding. And then on Sundays, I try to do the business brain dump. So you see how all of these monies are coming together. So if you make math, so since we said $3,200 in the job, if I can make, say, which for me is very, very reasonable, $2,000 a month as a mobile notary, that's not many signings. That's like maybe 10 signings, and say the rest was 20 general notary work appointments. So $2,000 plus the $3,000, we at $5,000. If I book that photo booth and have a wedding, just say twice a month at the low end, there go another $1,000. We at $6,000 for the month. But I like the number 10. So I met a girl that was trying to get into the mobile notary business, and I'm telling her, and I'm like, yeah, this. And she's like, I got it. She's done everything. She even got a space. And I'm like, well, girl, what are you on the phone with me for? You got everything. Like, you doing it. And then she goes, yeah, I have a CPR business. And you got a what? And she's an LPN. We both from the same place. Tell me more. I said, you know what? I'm not trying to be funny, but I want a CPR business. I want one too. Because you definitely opened up my eyes to something. She gave me the information on, hey, this is what you got to do. You got to become an instructor. You got to do this. You need this. I wrote out my business plan. I found out how much it was going to cost and expenses. I rinsed, lather, repeated everything that I did for the notary business. And I stepped out on faith and told somebody of importance about my business. The job that I'm quitting, that I quit yesterday. And I told them, because they want to know, what are you going to be doing? This is this. Tell me about your business. He said, well, can you come and do those classes here twice a month? You have a key. Keep the key. And we can work out something. Baby, I'm so good for a 70-30 split. 2 classes a month. And again, hope you got your pen and paper. Do your math, okay? If I can do 15 people at $75 each, do a split with him twice a month, count it up. Then, remember, I'm working on these apps. And the people like, oh, why you only want to work Monday, Tuesday? You can get the bag. You can get the bag. I'm not too worky. I don't want to work for somebody, make them rich. I get to tell them. They say, oh, no. We got to go get the DON because we need a CPR instructor. Y'all, I'm just now getting into being an instructor. I ain't even got the dummies yet. But your girl is booked. Look at God. And again, a rinse, lather, repeat of that mobile notary business. Marketing, doing the same thing, putting yourself in a room, talking about your business, letting everybody know. Yo, there go your 10. There go your 10,000 a month. There it is, right there. There it is. So making 6 figures is amazing. It's what you do with those 6 figures. Don't forget to pay your taxes. Don't want to go to jail. So again, $100,000 minus 25%, we have 75,000. So I need to make 125,000, just so you know. I need to do that. And I need to you have to have a great tax professional to make sure that you are getting your write-offs that you are entitled to. But if you put away that 25% from the beginning, you're your own refund. Because if you pay your taxes quarterly and you already have money, say that your taxes for Q1 come up to, you got to pay $5,000, but you got $8,000 put away. There go a $3,000 refund. Look at there. Now, for me, I'm going to save it because I'm also learning about saving and investing and whatnots. But looky there. Look at how that money is there. My goal for 2023 is to buy something. I've been looking at the new housing market, not the new housing market, at what's going on in the housing market, what's going on with interest rates and how you can get qualified. I just read a report like for FHA loan, your credit score only got to be 550. They have all these programs with 0 money down and whatnots. It's just so much out there, and it's a lot. But if you just tackle everything one step at a time, do what is attainable for you, you can get it done. And I write my realistic, attainable goals down. I do a monthly vision board. Monthly. Every month I have new visions on where I want to go in my businesses. Then I have a weekly goal. I want to do ABC, these 15 things this week. And I take that weekly goal and turn them into daily tasks. So if I want to do 15 things in a week and I want to get them done, say in a span of 5 days, I only got to write down 3 things a day. If I can get through these 3 things a day by the end of the week, look at there. That's done. By the end of the month, that monthly vision goal has been completed. Instead of being, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to run and do this. Oh my God, I didn't do this. I didn't. Quiet the noise. Quiet the noise. You are human. Some of us are mothers, wives, students, work a full-time 9 to 5. We got 4 kids and a dog. We got things going on. So you have to be realistic and make your list attainable. But a lot of people say, oh, I can't. Try doing something that you've never done. Stop saying I can't. My first business coach told me, take that out your vocabulary. You can do anything. It's not I can't, I don't know how. Take it all out. I know how to do anything. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm a whole superhero around this mug. Okay, I will tell anybody. I put that superhero cape on, and baby, it's a wrap. But I'm making my days and my goals realistic and attainable. Do I fall behind sometimes? Absolutely. Do I fall short? Absolutely. Are some days better than others? Absolutely. But do I try and try again? Yep. Yep. And I just keep pushing, and look at where it's gotten me. And like I said, I am a regular schmegular person that's doing regular schmegular things. I'm not out here, I'm just focused. I'm super, super focused. I got papers everywhere. I got lists everywhere. I'm always, where my paper at? Where my paper at? What am I supposed to be doing? And like today, make that YouTube. I wanted to go downstairs and get my other ring light, and no, go ahead and do it. Because if you don't do it, you won't do it, right? So we doing it. We doing it. Whew, baby. So the future, where do we stand? Where do we stand? We work in the nursing apps. We are running Ebony's Mobile Notary, 757 Notary Sisters, Boss Events. Now it's Elite CPR. Yeah, five. And I do count my nursing as a business because I'm an independent contractor. I'm working for myself. I decide and choose where I want to go, where I want to do, when I want to do it. No one is telling me I'm my own boss. I have to pay my own taxes out that money. 5 streams. Then, of course, y'all know I always have my digital stuff. I have some affiliates that I do link with. And if you want to get into affiliate marketing, get into it. Get into it. Go for it. I'm always looking for more affiliate links because obviously I have a platform where I can promote and things like that. I was speaking to someone, I'm like, that they had a something just, what was it, yesterday or either the day before that I was speaking to them, and they wanted to post it in my group and I wanted to know more about it, but they was like, oh, you can watch it on YouTube. No, I don't want the product. You got to sell it to me. Like, I'm a client. You want me to promote your item and get other people to buy it, but you ain't even send me the link to utilize it. You ain't even give me a whole something. You just like promote this. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. So, be mad. I don't care. But you do what you feel is best. I know I've had a lot of mentees come through here. I do need to I probably should. I be trying not to be that person that is on your back. Like, if you book a call with me, I normally be like, okay, now you reach out to me if you want. I hate getting all those spammy like emails, but there are a few people that really did touch me, and I'm like, I wonder how they're doing. So it was like somebody that I've met that was like, look, my son has ADHD. I really can't be leaving the house like I want to be a mobile notary, but she was so talented on the digital marketing side. Well, why don't you make this? Why don't you do this? Why don't you, you do all these amazing things. She even made my notary bag. She made one of my notary bags. I'm like, yo, everybody will want this notary bag. We almost a year in. You think that she just ain't done it. But I can't want it more than you. I would love to promote that girl's bag and be like, girl, I would love to promote that girl's bag and be like, buy this bag for your notary business, but I can't make her do it. Grateful that she made mine. Needless to say, we out here being great on purpose. We building relationships with people. The future is so bright for 2023. All you have to do is get out here and do what you have to do. What else can I tell you guys? I'm so grateful that I became a notary in 2021. My mobile notary business is not going anywhere. 757 Notary Sisters is just expanding and growing. Boss Events is expanding and growing, and Elite CPR is just taking a leap, and it's just like, hey, yeah, I'm going to grow. You ain't even got to plant the seed. Look at me grow. And we're going to see what the future holds. I really hope that I can make a difference in my community this year. Like I said, I would love to even flip a single family home, maybe even buy my first single family home, or get a mobile home and flip it. Just different little things for 2023 that I'm looking forward to. And I hope that y'all looking forward to coming on that ride with me. All right, you guys, I gotta run out and get my $64. I hope this video helped you. Please hit like and subscribe. I'm going to continue to do these videos. Yeah, I finally got monetized on YouTube, but you got to make $100 first in order for them to send you something. We ain't there yet. I think last time I checked, I had made like $17. Still grateful, but we're going to continue to push this content because it helps me. I go back and I watch my own stuff and I learn from it. So again, y'all, be great on purpose, do things with good intentions. And if you're scared, do it, damn it, scared. There are so many resources out here to help you grow and learn in this community. You definitely have the 757 Notary Sisters Facebook group. You definitely have all these different ways to grow and expand. And like what Ashley says, where millionaires gather when invited, show up. All right. See you later.